Okay, so this is Kyra versus Karma, set number 4 in order on challenge. Starting off with, if I check this here, so 6 ball came up, which was banned, followed by 9 men's Morris. Let me turn on audio as well.
Let's just do speedrunning strategy.
Yeah, so the bans for this one, again, it's a best of 4. It's in round 1. Kyra banned Renegade, Hex, and Toy Curling. Perfectly valid Renegade and Hex. Although they're popular bans, Karma is very good at those 2 first games, so not surprised that they were banned. Karma opting to ban 6 ball, Carrom, and Shogi. And yeah, same for Kyra. Kyra is very good at Carrom, so not surprised with that one. So as I just said, 6 ball came up, which was banned, unfortunately.
Watch my streams, make
9 men's Morris now, though. And if I update these...
Yeah, Mikhail David is the person who is going to be playing the winner of this match.
So normally, in terms of like strategy here, you
yeah, you're dumb. Ouch.
You'll normally want to favor like having
well, you
mobility
gotta stop that,
over
right?
trying to get an early mill.
All right, but then watch this. Haha, I foiled your plans.
You can see Kyra is kind of trying for an early mill, gets a fork here.
Yeah, so now it's forced.
Oh, interesting.
I gotta be honest, she's just fumbling around.
Yeah, there were 2 different ways Karma could, or Kyra could get a mill there. And obviously that did happen. And now there's still 2 ways.
Like, Kyra at least knows that, like, the intersections in the middle, the 4 intersections are important since they generate mobility much more quickly.
I'm pretty prone to making terrible mistakes here.
Like, if you play against the AI, they'll always, even on the lowest difficulty, they'll
just in
always
general, I'm pretty prone to making terrible mistakes.
Favor the intersections first.
Let me menu. Let me go on the space I want. Oh wait, you can't make a mill next turn. So that's good.
Yeah, so now all the pieces are down. Karma, apart from that one piece at the top there, pretty much no moves available right now, so Kyra does end up in a position where it's pretty much infinite mills.
Yeah, Kyra's got a bit of a windmill situation going on.
Yeah.
Oh well. There's no undoing here, so I guess I gotta go with it.
Very little that can be done about it.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of time we can skip where there's no moves going on, so I'm gonna watch out for those because I've marked them in the other VODs, but I've not actually been able to skip them.
And I didn't make it. Bummer. All right, but we got it now.
So yeah, there's the first mill.
I think I will get rid of that one. But see, if I do that, you're gonna sneak in there. That's annoying.
I feel like Kyra did screw up quite a bit here, since you would think from where they started the moving phase that Kyra kind of has it in the back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Remove the left, remove the left man from Karma, then cycle around with the green one on the outer ring for windmill. But
resignation is an option.
This is still definitely in Kyra's favor, though.
Or my bad.
There's no opportunities for Karma to get a mill anywhere.
I don't know what to do about it. Like,
and Karma
Okay.
does not have many
true,
options to trap themselves in.
Yeah, and as you see in chat here as well, Karma saying, I mean, I've definitely lost, but I won't resign. Like, just seeing the game out, pretty much. As we see, I can skip a couple of seconds here. Moving that one forward, and yeah, another mill for Kyra. So moving Karma down to 5 pieces.
Although, yeah, I would agree. I would still think this game wasn't quite set until Karma decided to move the inner man back out.
Yeah.
Since it's in this game, it's actually reasonably easy to come back in the flying phase.
And don't forget about flying time.
Yeah, so we are,
Like,
yeah, as Kyra did just say there.
You
End
need
up being
to
not so much in my
be able to set up a double threat for when the flying phase happens. Otherwise, you're very likely to just end in a draw trap.
Yeah, so that's the point where Karma's... Yeah, although Karma's saying, I like you trying to make me feel better, it's part that and part trying to, as Braspeak just said, line up a double so that there is no possible way Karma can come back during flying time.
Alright, I'm just trying to secure my win here.
Yeah, with that, there is
Yeah,
just
that's
one
the
nil,
goal.
it's over.
Yeah, so now it's flying time. There's no possible way of Karma winning. Unfortunately, that means for Karma, it's an early lead, and Kyra goes up 1-0.
And then the finishing blow.
So we've got quite a bit of time we can skip here. And I believe it starts in...
I feel like it's kind of interesting. You can sort of tell that Kyra only really has experience from 9-man wars from her speedruns.
What you see is what
Like,
you get.
That being said, Kyra is still definitely one of the stronger players out there, especially when it comes to variety games and board games.
That's true.
Yeah.
Those are some of the categories that Kyra has done the most work in grinding.
Yeah.
I honestly was only really talking about 9-man wars here, but
yeah,
in general, just the sheer hours that Kyra's put in this game puts her.
Yeah, I think it's close to about 300.
Here we go. Kyra wanted me to commentate on this.
Yeah.
I played
wrong. Here we are.
Yeah,
So first discard. Discarding the East here, technically, it's better to discard the green dragon here. And the reason for that is because if you somehow do manage to pull out an East on the next turn, it's worth, getting the triplet of Easts is worth 2 Han, whereas getting the triplet of dragons is only worth 1. Other than that, still very solid. Discarding your lone honors is always the way to go at the beginning. Kyra's hand is really solid here. The 5/7/7 shape actually resolves in a couple different ways and can turn into the pair. The lone 3-pin is not the greatest, but
does it?
All that being said, again, discarding green dragon over 1-mon here, it's a bit of a toss-up, but of course 1-mon can turn into 1/2/3-mon or 3 1-mons, whereas the green dragon can only turn into 3 green dragons. So
I do a little 9-man Morris practice on the side, but yeah, it's mostly speed running. Yeah, and 6-ball as well. Like, that's what I said the other day. Like, when I sent you the 6-ball guide, I feel like I sent you the 6-ball guide, and then I went on holiday, and then 3 weeks later, I saw you play 6-ball, and I'm like, I'm genuinely worried now. So, I mean, I've kind of, the guide has helped me, but not really helped me. Like, it's helped everyone else but me.
Here, 5, so an amazing draw for Kyra, and of course discarding the 1-mon as it's not part of the shape right now. Kyra is 1 from 10 pie. Currently, probably best draw possible. It's a toss-up between the 2-pin, 4-pin, 4-mon.
Yeah, getting the 5 there as well, getting into tempo.
5-pin is actually one of the worst things that could have been drawn there. Like 4-zo would have been incredible because it gives a closed full straight, which is like I think 2 Han. Getting the 5-pin there is actually kind of undesirable because you want to have a 2-sided weight for pinfu, or all runs rather. So still manages to win quite quickly.
Yeah, it's still the start. It's a good start, and Kyra was in East seat, so it does start on
being in
round
East
1
seat,
again.
You just want to win as quickly as possible. So definitely just taking the Riichi there is desirable.
Yeah, I don't have any kind of HP net splitter.
Another really decent hand to start out. They're discarding the 7-zo or the 7-mon is interesting. Again, you want to be discarding the red dragon here, and then the East, most likely. But now that the East has been dropped, I think even dropping the East first is better.
Okay. So yeah, I don't think he's still here, but he did visit earlier. So that kind of proves that.
The 4-mon is a really nice draw. It allows you to drop the 1-mon again. Keeping the Chun over the 1-mon is really a matter of preference. Karma with the Ankon here. It's interesting to say the least. It's a bit of a risky play to call an on-con, but at the same time, it's not as risky as calling an open con, not by a long shot. That 3-mon is an incredible draw. I think the better discard, though, was the 1-pin, but now a second 1-pin shows up. This is one of those situations where it's difficult to find the right answer, and I think that just discarding the 1-pin would have been that right answer. You don't need that. You have 2 pairs already. Keeping the hand closed is definitely the way to go. But when you've got so many pair shapes, you just need to discard one, because run shapes or compound shapes like 3-3-4 are worth a lot more than just having an extra pair shape. That 3-4-5 though is it's quite nice to draw that Dora, and again discarding these 1-zozu is definitely the way to go. Now, what Kyra really wants here is not actually the 6 there. Kyra would have preferred for certain the 3-zo, but the 3-zo is always the tile that people deal in on. So if you're waiting for the 3-zo to drop, it will drop. Guaranteed. 100% of the time.
Is that like a meme in the Riichi community? Or
yes, it is. Shout out to the Riichi Mahjong Discord.
This is just an East game. Yes, that's correct.
Karma ending up not having a very big hand, just the dragon tiles, but with the Ankon, and considering it was a closed set of dragons, definitely still a lot of foo for a 1 Han hand. I think that was 150 or 160, which is still quite large in size. Kyra here discarding the south. Naturally, it's worth nothing, so no reason not to discard it. Same thing with the Chun. After it's been discarded, it's unlikely to be in any sets, and of course, same thing with the north.
Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter what I say. She's not here.
So now, the interesting thing is what shapes the hand has. We can see a lot of edge shapes. So you see the 7, 8, 9, the 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of 1s and 9s. So Karma ending up getting the East wins. That 3 draw, it doesn't look impressive. It doesn't look great, but it's actually massive because it just leads further into a Terminal Foundations hand. Right there. Oh, and now we're looking at the possibility of even just going straight for all runs with that 3-4-5. Kyra can manage to draw the 2-mon here.
That's good stuff.
Of course, call's disabled because this hand needs to be closed. Oh, and that's 6. So definitely was wanted. Immediate Ipatsu. Riichi, Ipatsu, Dora.
Yeah, Kyra taking the lead as well now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely a strong hand.
Is a hand.
It was essentially just Riichi, but it's when you can get a fast enough hand that's just Riichi, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I've gotten Riichi every time. It's kind of crazy.
Here, Kyra's got an interesting hand to say the least. There's a lot of honors in it. And discarding the lone 1, again, lone 1's not valuable at all. It's really a toss-up between them and useful honors like the West and the Chun, but really overall, just not much to be said. Red Dragon drops before East, which is absolutely fine, although I think East technically should drop first because Karma could manage. If Karma has 2 Easts already, always going to get it, and if they don't, they could end up with another one, and it would be worth more. And that's the general order that things go in. Here, Kyra with 4 pairs in the hand, definitely strong makings for 7 pairs to have that this early. But also a very flexible hand, I would say, able to pivot from one thing to another very quickly. Drawing a second East, never what you like to see when you keep drawing and discarding pairs when you've got a lot in your hand already. That is a massive draw for Kyra. I think discarding the 1 pin would have been better, but 7, 8, 8, amazing shape to have.
Managed to get 6 as well there as well.
Yeah, getting the 6, it does end up not mattering, really. But here, the thing about Kyra's hand is, if you look at the shapes in the hand, there's 6, 7, 8, there's 2, 4 looking for a 3, there's 1, 3 looking for a 2, there's a pair of 5s, there's a pair of souths, and there's 7, 8 waiting for a 6. And that's 6 different shapes, and in Riichi Mahjong, you only really want 5 shapes in your hand, because then you complete a shape and you have to discard a different one.
As we saw as well, by the way, I forgot to mention, but last card before Riichi came up was skipped, and Dominoes was also skipped for heavy RNG. So going into Riichi, there was no skip. Just for clarification.
So Kyra has a lot of outs to improve their hand here, but really there's not much chances left to complete it.
And there's Ron near the end of the tiles by CPU 1.
Okay, I guess.
And that coming from the player with the least score, that run being by that player, and from Karma is just really solidifying Kyra's position here. Kyra doesn't even have to win if there's just a small hand. Brassbeat is going to need at least Mangan Ron from Kyra, or like I'm not even certain if Haneman Sumo is enough. It might be. It's close. And this hand is not great for Kyra. Kyra really
4 to 10, 5. Got your work cut out with this one, really.
This is the kind of hand where in a speedrun you really don't want to even attempt to go for a win, because more often than not you're going to be dealing into someone else before it happens. Though it is improving slightly. That 3-0 definitely helps. But still, there's just not much in terms of shapes that is going well here. More half shapes are forming, but that 6 pin is actually massive.
Yeah,
because
this really escalated from bad to okay.
Yeah. It's still not great. What would make it great is, I'd say 4-mon or 6-mon, because that leaves a 2-sided weight, as opposed to these 1, 3, 7, 9, which are 1-sided weights, or even that 4-pin is actually quite good, because now you can discard the 7, 9 or the 1, 3, and you can see 1, 2, 3 is a shape, 3, 4 is waiting for 2 or 5. That being said, 3 5's already been pawned by CPU 2, so not the likeliest thing to happen, and with so much discarded, it's not looking likely. That extra 2 actually, I think, is relatively valuable, especially compared to almost anything Kyra can draw. Having the extra 2-zo allows for the flexibility if a 4-zo manages to make its way into her hand, if a 3-zo manages to make its way into her hand. There's a lot of places where that hand can go. You can discard the 1-3 mon even, and just keep on building these shapes. And
Deep Seat getting a Ron, so another round appearing from that.
Yeah, East Seat winning by Ron.
Oh, that's an East streak.
It's really unfortunate there for Kyra, and another not great start.
I'm scared now because I'm not as far ahead, and I want this dub.
Being so far from
Kyra just commentated on it,
beginning.
saying not as much of a lead, and it's exactly right.
Yeah, this is the thing about Riichi. Kyra is well and truly ahead of Karma. There's not much that Karma can do outside of hoping for a massive hand to win here. But the problem is that Kyra is now really actually rather close to West in terms of points, and East even. If West wins a hand here, even a small one by Tumo, then it's more than likely that Kyra is not going to win. So Kyra has to go for some sort of a quick win here. And when you're ahead in the last round, you always want to just make the quickest hand possible. Excuse me.
Is it that Kyle? Then yes, that Kyle is here.
That being said, you can't go too crazy and just start making calls, because then you end up with a hand with no Yaku.
We'll go with that.
Kyra's hand, though, has drastically improved here. I'd say, actually, the best quality of the hand right now is that 4-4-4-6. Because that's not actually a triplet and an extra tile. That's a pair and waiting on that exact 5.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. The slight delay, knowing that the 5's there.
This is a scary game.
But that's the reason those kind of looking for compound shapes like that, where you have something that could be one shape, but you can turn it into 2. That's why that kind of thing is so valuable. Now, the problem for Kyra here is that Kyra really can't hold on to that 6.
There's the Riichi.
Normally, we would love to keep that set of the 5-6 with the Dora, but that would lead to Furry 10. Kyra now 10 pi with a 2-sided weight. This is all runs.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Karma.
Waiting on the 5-8, so.
That was a good hand, though.
And that's going to be it.
Yeah, so Kyra winning with 37,300 there, 27,400, 26,400, and 8,900.
Kyra definitely showing that the knowledge of Riichi and the ability to play is 100% there, if there was any doubt.
Okay, final game ends up being Hanafuda. It's a 6-round match with both viewings on.
Okay, you cannot come back to stream. So
What do you mean final round? If Karma wins. Then...
Ah, that's a fair point. Yeah.
Ooh, that's some lag. I don't like that.
Let me update the stats. So Kyra's now 2 points. Karma's on 0. But yeah, as we've mentioned in other sets, we are going to need 2 wins to force Kyra into a decider 5th game, and that includes if we get a draw somehow on Hanafuda. It's possible, but if there is a draw, then it does also mean Kyra wins.
Yes.
Alright, I knew that sake. Oh god.
And the moon's already on the field. Karma not able to get it, so Kyra instantly taking advantage of that.
Given that you have 2.
Karma and Kyra, this is actually an incredibly tense situation because the second card for Cherry Blossom viewing and for Moon viewing is on the field already, so whichever one of them gets it instantly has that set. And clearly neither of them has it in their hand right now, or else they would have taken it instantly. So it's really a matter of who can manage to top deck that.
Oh god, please give me a cherry. Oh, rip. Okay, I do really need you.
And the third red poetry slip is on the field now.
Yeah, and then
awesome.
Kyra going for moon view in there, not gonna risk it, going for finish, getting those 5 points.
Yeah,
that was a nice, solid start.
Definitely the way to go. Kyra just ends up being the one who manages to top deck that card.
Uh-oh. Well, I have plans for that. Ooh. Cherry Blossom's out. The big one. The curtain card.
Yeah, again, where Cherry Blossom was on the field, Karma not able to take it, and then Kyra instantly having the opportunity to steal that.
And then naturally another card of the same suit was on the top deck, so
yeah,
very timely for Kyra to have done that.
Actually, that was
4 poetry slips now, and then that blue one is gonna allow Kyra to take poetry slips. Going for finish as well. It's only 1 point, but reaching the point now where Kyra is comfortably, not comfortably yet, but able to keep taking 1 point games and forcing Karma to not be able to score anything. And
yeah, Karma would need a large enough hand that it would be a blowout in the other direction at this point.
So that was a massive start for Kyra, managing to take 4 cards.
Yeah.
Ooh, taking seeds.
Karma trying to make a run for poetry slips though. There's already another one on the field, and Karma does have 2.
Getting some lag on my end. Could not move the controller a little bit.
But here Kyra can go for a simple hand like seeds and just take another 1 point win even.
Yeah.
Already has 2 of those.
I think at that point, in this round, that's definitely what Kyra would be going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, poetry slips by Karma. Whether there is a koi koi or not, I'm not sure.
So the question is,
there is a koi koi.
Okay.
Yes, going for this koi koi here, I definitely agree with. Kyra is far enough from a hand that it is going to be difficult to make one.
Yeah.
However, I'm holding on to that
shaft.
Cherry Blossom.
Yeah. So, still, it was a koi koi. It was definitely worth going for. Well, it proved to be worth going for, but it was only an extra point for it. So, it's still 6-2 to Kyra. We're halfway through, round 4 now. Moon is on the field already.
Kyra starting with all 3 of the September cards, other than the one required for moon viewing.
Yeah.
So,
awkwardly enough,
definitely something that is going to be hampering Karma's ability to get that set. Here, Kyra looking good for either poetry slips or just going for chaff even.
Yeah, got poetry slips and actually going for koi koi as well.
Yeah, this is definitely the right decision. It looks scary because technically Karma is 1 card away from moon viewing, but we'll never be able to get that if Kyra does not just... And there is the card, so Kyra can even get Cherry Blossom viewing here.
Cherry Blossom viewing and poetry slips, and I think this is the game changer here. Cherry Blossom viewing, poetry slips where there were 6 of them, so that's 2 points, and a multiplier,
yes,
so that sends up to 20.
That gets the 2 times multiplier exactly.
Yeah.
So that's 14 points, and now Karma is going to need some massive hand in the last 2.
Yeah, this is basically now forcing Karma to koi koi anytime she's able to, and it's going to be difficult now. 18 points to get a draw, which is also not viable now. We need a win for Karma. So 19 points here to stay in the game in these next 2 rounds.
And Kyra already with an incredibly strong start. That being said,
Karma with moon viewing.
A third, now that Kyra's taken the third of the
moon
viewing here.
Seeds, I see, or BDB.
Here, Kyra's situation is very interesting. Kind of has not much to go for, but has to continue though.
Yeah, Kyra getting chaff, and it is a multiplier for Kyra, so getting 2 points for it doesn't really matter, but the main thing is that Karma now was unable to score at all in that round, and now it's going to be 21 points required for Karma to stay in the game in this final round.
Even a 20-point hand is not something that's out of the realm of possibility ever, but a 21-point round is really difficult to come by.
Yeah.
And Kyra already with the amazing start, taking 2 of the 3 lights, half of Cherry Blossom viewing with the other half in her hand. There's not much to be done here.
I'm very uncertain about this. What do I find more scary? I think I find this scary.
Karma's going to need to play for something massive here.
Alright, if that red poetry slip comes up for me.
By the way, Karma thought this was the last round, which was why she called koi koi. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, this was... Oh, no, yeah, I know what you mean now. I think at the end of this one, Karma accidentally said finish instead of koi koi. I can't remember whether that's exactly what happened or not, but that might be this one. But I don't think it would have made a massive difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the 5 points would have made much of an improvement anyway. By brass beat. I was talking about the last round. Round 5, yeah. Yeah, Karma getting seeds there, going for finish. And it's 22-3 to Kyra. So it's a 3-0 win again.
Deciding on... That's a situation where you have to koi, but there's nothing that you can really do to improve, especially considering that Kyra was holding on to and would have gotten that last Cherry Blossom viewing anyways.
So, just as a recap, game outcomes were 6 ball puzzle was banned, 9 men's Morris won by Kyra, 9-2, so Kyra had all 9 pieces left. Last card was skipped. Dominoes was skipped as well for heavy RNG. Riichi was a massive win for Kyra, 37,300 points. Karma only left on 8,900. And Hanafuda, Kyra also won 22-3. We've got links in the description for other events we'll be hosting. and Discord as well you can join, where there's more info there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon, hopefully.